Hello, everyone. Welcome to Wednesdays with Whitney. I'm Whitney, and this is the fabulous Miss Julie Ross.
Hello.
And today we are broadcasting from Renee. So you can see around us that we are in a gorgeous space. We're in the home side of Renee right now, but if you walk over a couple rooms, you will be in the clothing side. So, Miss Julie.
Yes.
Tell me about what's exciting in Renee's world right now, or your world.
Well, it is the holidays, so and I actually feel like the rest of the week is just gravy with the holidays and getting together with family because we've already had our Christmas.
We've already done the big stuff.
Yeah, at home. I brought a puppy home on Monday, so my daughter is thoroughly enjoying that, and I am too.
I saw you posted a photo where the new puppy is in your older puppy's bed.
Yes, the big one.
The size difference is pretty comical.
Yeah, yes, and the big dog who is actually going to sleep in the small dog's bed. It's very interesting,
adorable.
But it's keeping us occupied.
Yes.
But at Renee last week we did our home holiday transformation giveaway where we a deserving family was nominated for a living room transformation, and we were able to do that last week. And it is a team project for Renee. It's our 4th annual giveaway, and truly, after we got done with that on Thursday, all of us felt like our holiday season was complete. I mean, it's just an amazing experience to be able to bring some light and some joy to a really deserving family going through difficult times.
So how did you go about finding nominees? What kind of family are you looking for when you do something like this? Like, tell me about the process.
Well, this is our 4th year of doing it, and there's really no criteria for who gets it, but it's really based on the nomination letters we get, and then we have our customers will look over those letters and help us select a deserving family. We've done it's usually a hardworking family who are really working on something very difficult, and their home is almost the last thing that can be on their mind.
Absolutely.
But might be one of the things that gives them a small moment of relief and joy.
Yes.
So it's just an amazing thing. This last week we were able to do a family who happened to be in Florida at the time when we did it because they were there.
Oh, they were in Florida,
and a sister who nominated her allowed us to come into the house, measure, do our plans, and then on Thursday we took our whole team out and redid her living room. And she came home on Friday morning and walked in. Now the family videotaped it, and then we have a video of
I'll be
what
posting that
as well.
very soon.
So it is an amazing, rewarding experience, and we are so appreciative of our customers because they are the ones that allow us to do this holiday home transformation every year. It's our way. Instead of a gift, none of us, most of us don't need anything. Our gift is back out to the community and to a family that it's going to make an impact. So it's not just us who does this holiday home transformation. It's every one of our customers who have been in our home store and been in our clothing store.
When you have to have that support to be able to give the time out and the energy. And was this a surprise for this family? Did they know about it?
It was a surprise for the family.
Can you imagine coming home and having, I know that my living room needs some serious love. I'm literally painting my living room on my 2 days off over Christmas because I just want my space to feel more cohesive.
Yep.
But I can't imagine coming home after, being away for a while and coming into a space that's been completely done for me.
You know what's interesting too about that is we do that every day for our customers.
Absolutely.
As a matter of fact, when I moved back into my home 3-4 years ago, I sent the team and said, go do my living room. And then I got to walk into a completed space.
Oh my gosh.
So when we do home transformations for our customers, we work together with them to kind of pick out the things they love, and then our team goes out and actually goes in the home, puts it all together, puts the layers in, the pillows, the rugs, the accessories, hangs the artwork, all that. We actually send our families out so they can walk into the home and see it fully done. Because so many of us without that capability, we'll run around town looking for an accessory here, or a picture there, or a rug here, and then you bring it home and it doesn't look quite right, and we're like, oh.
And it's this never-ending process.
It is.
Whereas I think one of the things I love about your process is it's really, of course, it's about the beautiful things that you're bringing into the home, but it's about the service.
Yes.
And coming in and taking care of that. I think that's something that you and I, that the K. Renee brand and Ivory House brand have in common.
Absolutely.
That I don't need my clients to see the nuts and bolts. I don't want people to have to think about, like, okay, how do I make a book out of this? Or do I need to get this retouched? Like, I handle that. You guys handle that.
That's absolutely right. And I like to look at us. We have beautiful products in both of our stores.
Yes,
but
I can attest to that. If you haven't been here,
what I think that more than important than that is we are here to be your stylist. Yes. I mean, we're here to be the person to help you create a cohesive, beautiful home that represents who you are, or to help you be your best self in the clothing store. I mean, we also know how important it is when you walk into a room, a styled outfit or something you feel like $1 million in can set the tone for what's going to happen next.
Well, it sets the tone for you. I think when I have taken the time to really, I picked out this outfit. I feel really confident in it. I walk into a room completely differently.
You do. Shoulders are up. Yes. You've got command. I mean, nonverbal language. You know, telling people who you are without having to speak, which is a Rachel Zoism. And I love that. I think that's so absolutely true. I want people to know when they first meet me that I've got this. I'm confident. Yes.
And I can help
regardless,
you out.
I'm like a blathering idiot inside, but I don't want to show the world that.
Sure, they don't need to know that part.
They don't. No.
Absolutely. We show up with a smile and hopefully a cohesive outfit. And I love, I've been in your home, I've been in K. Renee, and you always show up consistently. Like every time I've seen you, you have your, black and white are your colors. Not that you don't add in some pops of colors. Yes. But I mean, really, when I have seen Julie in any of her spaces, I am so impressed that it's so cohesive. And I think that just gives me a lot of trust, and I know what I'm going to get when you come on the scene. Yep. And that's something, as another professional who has very little extra time to think about the extra details in my life, knowing what I'm going to get and knowing that's always going to show up is so important. Yeah. So I think that's something that you guys offer in spades around here.
Thank you. I have learned over the years how to enjoy my clothes, how to put them together, how to play with them, how to buy pieces that can be consistently used in a lot of different ways. And so, that is my challenge every morning. I pick one thing that I'm like inspired to wear, and then I build around it. And that's what we do in both of our stores, is help you learn how to play with your clothes, so you can style them, so you feel unique, confident, so you stand out in all the best ways. Exactly. I think we live in a world where somehow being like in a uniform and everyone going away and not standing out seems to be something that people are doing, and I don't know, as a professional and as a woman and in my home, I want to stand out in a positive way. I want people to know what I want them to know about me by the way I dress. I don't want to fit in. No, I don't want to look like everyone else. I'm not like everyone else.
Fun. It's not.
No, it's not fun.
It's way more fun to just. And I think that that's something that I've experienced is people will comment on like, oh, you always wear bright lipstick. Like, yes, I do.
Yes, I do. It's your brand.
It's my brand. I thought about that. I made a choice that, I'm going to wear bright lipstick because people will remember that. Or I always have some kind of crazy earring on. Yeah. And that's really what I've kind of hinged my style on. Yeah. And then I just keep growing that, and I have fun with that. And when I see a really weird pair of earrings, I'm like, okay, that's
do it.
Let's add that in.
Yep. And we can't stay in one place either. We are always changing, and things have to change. As you know, I've been playing with my hair. Don't you like my Corilla develop? You know what? It'll die back when I get tired of it. But I can't. We can't just be the same. We age, we change. Hair is something you can play with. Clothes is something you can play with. Makeup, earrings. So I love it. It's kind of like you got to learn to be a little fearless, and mistakes there are big mistakes you can make, but
changing up your hair is not one of them.
You know, furnishings, clothing, those kind of things. You know, we're here to help you not make mistakes.
So one of the things, I just got the pleasure of photographing Miss Julie very recently, and your photos have caused quite a stir. People have been telling me all about them, and I was like, I know, I was there. Aren't they great?
So no, you know, it was a great experience, and you know, I first met you. Well, actually, I think I met you through your mom, who told me all about you, and then I ended up stalking you on Instagram.
Yes.
And one thing I noticed about your photography is kind of the simplicity. It was really focused on the character of the person, and you have this tagline, capturing your always. And I really enjoyed that. So when I had an opportunity to kind of reach out to you, I had you come out and shoot a candid event. We were doing a K. Renee team dinner.
And you can imagine how beautiful. I'm sure, I think I reposted it, so some of you might have seen that, but it was gorgeous.
But it was awesome, and I love the spontaneous shot. So, you know, it's like capturing moments is what I think is beautiful. And so I thought, you know, I want to do one of these portrait sessions, and no, I'm not going to wrap them and give them to my kids for the holidays, because
they're not getting that.
They could care less. But what I did want to do is, I know how powerful it is. It's probably been since 2004 where I've done any kind of a portrait.
Yeah, you sent me that photo. She sent. If I have permission, I might be
big
posting
hair.
that.
Yes, but and I tend to always be the one taking the photos.
Exactly. I also, yes.
It is. And so I thought it was important to capture who I am right now in my best light. I think I told you when we were shooting, you asked me what my insecurities were, and I'm like, I'm so much cuter in my imagination. I hate photos
Which is not
of myself.
true, but...
It is. But, you know, because, you know, I'm not a 20-year-old that does Instagram shots and knows how to do all the angles and poses. My daughter always shoots the most gorgeous pictures, and so, and I don't. I always look like a little bit of a sludge doing something weird with my face. So I had this opportunity to work with you, and I thought you were great. That you were able to shoot photographs where I look like I do in my imagination. You know, that it's who I think I am, and who I am in, like, I don't know, 5 seconds throughout each day. I probably fall into that pose, but you were able to capture that for me. And you know, I wanted these photos too, so when I'm 80 years old and my daughter is reflecting back on her mother and talking about me at this age, that she has this beautiful image to share. And I also, you know, we unexpectedly lost my husband 7 years ago, and he just had recently taken a portrait, a beautiful portrait of him, and, you know, with the seed corn in the background, because it was for Pioneer, and I am so grateful I have that picture of him. That image, so I know how important it is. I was telling you also a story about at my husband's funeral. We did this slideshow of all the family pictures, and I spent days looking for every image of Frank in it and putting this video. And I have my friends at Screenscape Studios, who I worked with for years, put this beautiful video together. But a man came up to me after the funeral and said, I will never say no to being photographed again, because he knew how important it was to our family, to everyone in the room, to be able to capture those images of yourself. So I don't mean to be morbid about this, and it's not, but it's so important to, live life now. It's important to be your best self now. It's important to capture your always now, which I would encourage everyone. I felt like a glamour. She had a great makeup artist.
I work with the best.
Whitney was great about knowing what angle, that I didn't look like a schmudgeon, and so she just made me feel like $1 million. And I, you know, I didn't dress up for it. I kind of wore my uniform, but I felt,
it was you.
I felt the most beautiful I had in a long time, which is awesome. And I felt like Superwoman after I left. I had this great makeup on.
Well, you should feel like Superwoman.
Every day, right.
Your story, and one of the things, Julie had shared her story with me before we even started shooting, and something I always ask at the beginning of shoots are, what are some adjectives that you would like to describe yourself when we're shooting? And that's more for me to get you in the mindset
what
of
did
where
I
we're
say?
headed.
Like quirky?
You were saying quirky, confident, strong.
Quirky, confident, strong.
And I think that's really, that's you. But you're going to give that to me just by starting to, I mean, that's you. You're already in your body doing those things,
Yep.
that gives me a little direction of like, okay, I know that this is where she's headed with this, and I can follow.
Yeah.
Because for me, it's about following my client's lead.
Yeah.
And I was reflecting back. I mean, I shoot in a studio with a black wall, a white wall, and a brick wall. There's not a lot of variation there. And I had somebody ask me the other day, like, don't you get bored?
Oh, yeah.
And I actually started laughing because for me, it's not about the space. The space is supposed to be neutral so that it's about the person.
Yep.
Because when a person walks in, I want to play off of exactly what you're bringing to me. And I think, it's capturing your always, that was one of the first things I thought of when my brand was coming into existence.
Yep.
Because for me, photos, yes, they're art, but they're more about the people that are in them.
Yep.
And I get a lot of phone calls from people that, I have a family member that's ill and I want to do a photo shoot now. And it may be the first photo shoot they've done in 10 years. And unfortunately, the phone calls are happening in that moment.
Yep.
But I also get a lot of phone calls afterwards.
Yep.
You have these photos. I recently,
Oh, yeah.
you are the last person who captured this person.
Yeah.
And a lot of times these things are unexpected. People leave us unexpectedly. And
It's true.
It's the worst, most tragic thing.
It is.
But you have photos.
But you've captured something important. And I can relate to that too, because we did a family photo shoot when we were in Hilton Head.
Yeah.
And I called the photographer and said,
Oh,
oh my God, there was a photo that I need that photo. There was an outtake photo where I'm laughing and my daughter's laughing. I mean, it was great. And he actually sent it to me.
Moment, but it's a
it was
moment
the perfect,
that mattered.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
It was a perfect moment. So I really encourage everyone to really think about it. It's not a business headshot. It's just a moment in time to capture it today and your best self. And, put a great outfit on, get a great makeup, and,
And give yourself permission to feel
what a way
good.
to start 2018.
Right?
A new chapter.
gosh.
I thought, oh my God, one of those photos, I
Yeah.
might have to write a book now because I have a great
I
book
think
photo.
she should definitely be writing a book. I've heard this woman's
Yeah.
story. I would
Well,
definitely read it.
I keep threatening to write one, but,
I want to see the memoir.
Yeah.
I'm ready.
Oh,
Well-
no memoir, just quirky things.
Just fun
Yeah.
things.
Yeah.
Well, Julie, thank you
Thank
so
you.
much for coming on
Appreciate
today, and thank you for sharing your story.
Absolutely. Merry
And
Christmas.
Merry Christmas, everyone.
Christmas.
And there'll be a fun little blog follow-up with some of Julie's words that you can read later today. So have a great day, guys.
Thanks.
See you next week.